Guess what, guys? Today we're doing something a little different than a game. I wanted to show you, well, I don't know if any of you like boxing, but I'm a big fan of it. I watch it on TV, watch it online, read about it, all of that. I practice it in the garage. You probably see the gloves behind me. I have a heavy bag and all that stuff. Wife won't let me compete, but I just love it anyways. It's a good workout. But I just wanted to show all of you how to properly wrap your hand. And if you're on a low budget or anything like that, and you don't have enough money for, and you just don't have enough to go out and get some of the quick wrap ones that just pull on like a glove, then this is a good way to do it. If you don't have any more tape for wrapping, then this is a good way to do it. This is how I just casually wrap my hand, and I'll show you how to do it. And it works pretty well. It's actually, I do this every single day, and this is has always worked well for me. So I'll just bring up the camera a little bit so you can kind of see. Now I like to wrap my wrist starting a little bit high up over here. This seems to offer better wrist support. You want to make sure it's nice and tight. Now a lot of people seem to want to always have their wrapping like that little ball thing whenever they start wrapping. But I don't seem to like that. I just like doing it like this. I wrap it sometimes 4 times around there, then I go around my knuckles. I go up to there. I start a little bit low and I work my way up, back and forth on the knuckles, as you can see. Make sure it's nice and tight. And you don't want to squeeze the heck out of your fingers. You want to be able to move them a little bit, but just keep it nice and snug. Because you want to be able to clench your fist still and the wrapping not get too loose. That's important. I like to wrap it 3 or 4 times at least on this wrap, because I am going to go up here later so that it will hold it together. But the most important thing is support. You always, sometimes from here, sorry I didn't say this, after I wrap my wrist, I go back down to my wrist, I go up over the thumb, back around the knuckles, and I go over the knuckles again, then I wrap back across the thumb right here. I like to keep my thumb nice and tight, but I can still have enough to get it into the glove. I want it to be secure and in there strong so that that doesn't get hurt. You want, see, when you wrap, it really supports all the little bones in your hand. It's not just to add extra padding, it's support. That's what it's all about. Okay, for extra support, since it gets loose if you go back down after wrapping your thumb, go back up here, you can always use more padding on your knuckles because you're going to be pounding the crap out of that bag, right? Or out of the other person. Some people call this the X method, like a crossover. So after I go back up here, instead of just going back across here and over, I'm going to go back across my wrist, all the way down there, then all the way back up. Go under, go all the way down there. No, one more time. I'm sorry. This time I go over here. This is something you just kind of do with trial and error. I can't do it while I'm talking. When I'm talking, I just get lost, kind of. But what I do here, the reason I go in between here, is because if you don't have that, then you need tape, or these will pull right up when you're putting your hand inside the glove. So once you're already down at the bottom here, see? Down here, you go between your hands, your fingers, keeps it nice and secure, you get that nice and tight. Then you do a couple wraps around your wrist for the last bit of support. And you should be able to fasten it right there. And this feels tight, it feels secure. And even though they're cheap, I got the cheapies, Combat Sport International, but even so, they still feel strong. And like this is not going to come up at all when I'm putting the glove on. I can show you right here. I just kept it tied. But yeah, it goes in really easily. And it stays snug to your hand, so you never have to worry about it coming loose or anything like that when it's in. That's one of the good things about going right here in between the fingers. It holds all of this together really well. And it makes it where you can't just easily bend your wrist up and down. You don't want to do that. You don't want to bend your wrist forward when you're punching. You don't want it to slide back because you can seriously hurt your hand. So always wrap it very, very tightly, strong. And they do offer there are some ways to add extra padding here if you have sore knuckles or arthritis or something. One thing I have done when I have wrist problems, or if I have really sore knuckles or anything, because my gloves are really cheap. I'll just take something like a washcloth. You can use a sponge, and before you wrap your knuckles, you would just lay it across your hand and then wrap over it and make sure it's tight. It's a cheap, poor method. But here, I'll get it back up to my face so you can actually see me now. But if you're using, I'm using like the cheapy $5, $10 gloves where the padding is non-existent anymore. I've just pounded it so much, even if I shift around the padding, it's just not there anymore. It's just gone. So if you have gloves like that and you just don't have enough money to get a nice $40, $80 pair of gloves, like say you have a family supporting them, then it's a good way to at least temporarily protect your hands until you can afford it, you know? So you guys should go out, try that, watch it again. It works really well. If I'm not talking, if I'm not doing a commentary, I can wrap it easily every time. It just takes a minute. It's only going to take a minute of your life. Give it a go, see if you like the feel. So I will see you guys later. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please like it below. I don't know why I was looking down here. I keep on looking down there at the microphone. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like. If you want to see more stuff, comment below and subscribe. Tell me what stuff you want to see, and I will be more than happy to do that. I always check the comments. So have a good one, guys.